Well, welcome everybody. I'm so glad to see you guys again. It's been a whole week. And I actually wanted to just kind of go over things that I think are courtesies in group. I don't have rules typically, but things like, speaking one at a time. And I call it Vegas. So whatever's said in here stays in here. So we can feel free to share openly with each other. And keeping an open mind, of course, is a courtesy so that you can receive feedback and give positive feedback. Do you guys have any questions at all before we start? Oh gosh, you're so
No.
quiet. Okay, so let's do an icebreaker. And I really wanted to get to know something a little bit different about each of you and then share something about myself. And it has to do more with who we are as students of social work
Oh,
and what our we feel our purpose is in this field as a future practitioner. So what I'm going to do is ask you to think of a couple words or a phrase that you feel best describes why you're here, why you're in this forum, why you're in this field, and then we're going to share them quickly with each other. So just take like a minute and think about your why. Okay. Anybody want to go first?
I can go first.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So some words that just instantly come to mind, acceptance, compassion, and empathy. Um, I don't know, we just all go through so many challenges in life, and I always feel like mentally I feel like I'm really resilient no matter what I go through. I'm always just moving forward, but not everyone has that capacity, like that mental strength. So I think for me, it's just some people, everyone needs someone, right? Like, so if I can give back and help, why not? And I feel like it's just always been my call, and it's always been something that comes natural to me. So,
That's excellent. Thank you for sharing that. Who wants to go next?
I can go.
Thanks, Daniel.
Um, I get the first kind of word. Empowerment, I think is a big one.
Okay.
Um, Transformation, I think also leads into
Ooh,
that. Kind of guiding that journey. And I think people always say they want to help each other, but I always like to describe it as just impact. I think like the impact of what we do is big. So those are the first three kind of that popped in my mind in general.
I love impact. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right.
Um, so I kind of went in a different direction because but it's just ending mental health stigma is really important to me.
That's awesome. I actually wrote that down too.
Oh, you did?
But I have something else with it. So, and thank
Okay.
you. No, that's a very important component as well. Diane, how about you?
Okay, so there's a lot that come to my mind. It's actually, I always wanted to get into some kind of counseling, helping field, social work field, way back when I was even in high school. That was many years ago. And so I did start pursuing it and then got married young and then had a family a year after. And then I always wanted to go back. And when my kids were older, they actually said to me, Mom, you would be excellent as a social worker. Well, they said a counselor, but they're like, you listen to people that you don't even know. They're always there. They would always say, do you have a sign on your head that says talk to me? Because people would always just open up to me. And, they just encouraged me more and more. And I always wanted to help people. I always have that positive outlook. Like I always try to find the positive in everything. And I want to be remembered like for who I am and what I've done for people. Like, what was my impression? How did people think of me? That's like one of my big things. Um, so I guess that's pretty much, the kind of like Daniel said, like I want people to know that I'm there to listen. I'm there to accept. I don't
Oh,
judge. You know, I think everybody's unique in their own way, and I just think that it's a wonderful thing for everybody to express their uniqueness.
that's
And
awesome.
yeah, so years later after raising my kids, I'm like, okay,
It's
I'm going
time.
to get out there and do it.
That's excellent. These are really good words, like great verbiage. I want to share that I personally have lived experience, so I'm in recovery, and I didn't really know what my purpose was for many years. I was a mom and a really good mom, but I realized that I think my purpose is to help people that use substances to cope with whatever trauma or experiences they've had. Um, my purpose is really to help them heal, to find them a means to unpack that bag and to find their joy and their purpose. So I think we
Oh,
all
that's
have a little bit of the same, you know, feelings as far as what we're saying. I mean, compassion, obviously, acceptance, empowerment, great, great words, ending stigma, empathy, positivity. I mean, I think we're all on the same page. I really do. We may have a different, I guess, focus, but I think it all comes from the same place. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
absolutely.
And thank you for sharing that, Danielle.
Oh, you're very welcome. I actually tell everybody. I just tell everybody. I'm like I don't identify with the fact that I used to be an alcoholic, but I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic. And I share that with people because there's a lot of people still sick and suffering. So I just want them to know it's like it's okay to normalize it a little bit. We
Right.
don't have to be
Yeah. And it's
embarrassed.
honestly, it's something to be proud of,
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
so that's something to celebrate.
Yeah. If you can
I
unpack your
agree.
bag and then help somebody else unpack theirs, it's a good thing. It's
For
really
sure.
wonderful. So
I think that
thanks.
leads back to the ending the stigma too, right? Like talking about stuff like that. So
Yeah. Trying to
Yeah.
normalize things. There really are a lot of us. This is kind
Yeah.
of normal, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Um, I appreciate you guys being so open. This is awesome. And so I decided that we were going to play a game. It's called Flip the Script. And I would like each of you to pick a number between 1 and 5. And, obviously don't pick the same number, but whoever wants to jump in first and get number 1 or whatever. How about just shoot them out.
one,
1. Okay. Daniel's 1. Who said 4?
I
Nobody.
did.
Okay. Thanks.
I did.
could actually hold it up. That'd be easier.
I know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Brittany is
Yeah, that'd
2.
be
I'll
Thank
do
you.
3. Diane
Diane.
will do 3.
Okay, awesome. And I'll do 5. So I'm going to share my screen for a second. And what I'd like to do is have us flip the script on what you're going to read. Okay. And what we want to think about is how we can make this phrase or word strength based and really person first. So let me share this with you. We want to use language that obviously is going to help us end stigma. And it can be a very powerful thing. So if you look at can you guys all see it?
Yeah.
Excellent. If you guys can look at your phrase or word and then think of a way to flip that to honor the person and not their problem. Take a minute or two and then we'll add those in. Okay. You guys let me know. Give me a thumbs up when you guys are good to go. He's good. Okay. Where did everybody else go? Hang on a second. There we go. Now I can see you all. Okay, so are you guys set?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So Daniel, you were number one. How did you flip the script on addict?
Yeah. So I guess there's a couple words I guess I could use instead of it.
Okay.
I think we talked about a little bit of it, like person in recovery, resilient individual. Um, I was like, again, the terms of like survivor. In charge of that, I guess, just seeing individuals not as addicts, but again, as these resilient survivors that have gone through change or some sort of trying to seek change in their lives, and just people capable of growth and healing at the end of the day.
What was the second thing you said? I'm so sorry. I'm slow typer.
Sure. Um, well, now I don't even remember. I have survivor. I wrote down a couple of them. Resilient individual, person in recovery.
You guys see how slow I type, right? You can't spell either. They say, and you were supposed to like grade me on my technical difficulties. This is it right here. But I can laugh about it, so it's okay. So those are really great. That is definitely strong language in a positive way and making it person-centered. So thank you for sharing this. Brittany, how about you?
Um, I was thinking a person struggling with substance use.
I know, drug abuser. Like, wow, I've not heard that in many, many years,
Yeah.
but some people still say it. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
So that's really good. Great way to flip it.
And a lot of people say like crackhead, and that really just that does
Oh
something to me.
gosh. Yeah.
Just an FYI, there's really no real crack anymore. So it's outdated anyway. Not to make light of it, but there really isn't. It's,
That's interesting.
it's not the same drug. Yeah, crackhead is very derogatory for sure. How about Diane?
Okay. They need to see the miracle. If they, for the next day, remember the miracle question? If you go to sleep and you wake up, what's the one thing that you would make your life better?
Mm.
Really true. And it ties in a lot with their purpose.
Right.
You know,
What would
awesome.
your perfect situation be?
Excellent. That's so good. Thank you. You guys are really good at this. All right. It's all you, Jaylene.
So I'm thinking they're still figuring out their why. Um, yeah.
I really like that one.
That's
It took me a
awesome.
while to figure out mine. And I feel like starting my BSW program. I'm sorry, I always go on a little rampage.
No, it's okay. Please share.
But yeah, it took me a while to figure out mine. And now that I've figured it out, I'm like in the best space that I've ever been in. So
I
When
can relate to that.
yeah, when you figure out really what direction you're going to be useful, and you do have a why. Yeah. So there is no saving them. I wrote down every individual, no matter what their circumstances, deserves a chance to heal.
Mm.
So, and I'll type that in later. No, I'm just kidding. Every individual, no matter what deserves. I don't even know if I'm here. A chance to heal. So I appreciate this. I'm going to actually send this to each of you along with the video. So I'm going to stop sharing right now and we'll go back to a little bit of a discussion. One of the things I wanted to ask you guys is how did it feel reading those words and then flipping them?
Reading the words just felt so like judgmental and narrow-minded is how those words kind of felt. But being able to flip them was like a nice experience because it's like, it's like we have that capacity to not be that way and to flip that flip that script. And I'm really grateful for that.
I read like, I'm sorry, were you finished, Brittany?
I
I'm
am, yeah.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. So I read this phrase and it said like negativity is contagious, but so is positivity. It's just as simple as that. Like just switching it a couple words. That's all it takes. And it can make somebody feel empowered. So
100%. It's the using those words, the flip the script ones that we use to switch it to, right? Like talking to individuals about what's going on in their lives can even be the difference between them making that change or continuing on their path. Right? So yeah,
That's so
it's a really
true.
good activity.
And
yeah,
one of the things, oh, sorry, go ahead. Was Diane? Oh, I wasn't sure who it was. Sorry. So one of the things that I thought was interesting is look at it from the perspective of the person who has possibly is homeless or has substance use disorder. And if they heard druggie, if they heard they're not worth saving, they're hopeless. I think as social workers, part of our responsibility is really to educate people of the power of these words. They can be life-changing, as you said. So I actually, to wrap up, I wanted to read this to you guys. I saw this today and it moved me. So I'm going to share it with you. As social workers, the language we choose is never neutral. It can reduce stigma, build trust, and affirm worth. Today, we see how, even in something so small, words have the power to change someone's story. That's part of our responsibility and also our gift as professionals.
Mm,
I like that.
love
that's
that.
wonderful.
So I'm going to type that on the bottom of the little sheet that I'm going to send you guys.
Oh,
And
thank you.
I just really
Thank
thank
you.
you for participating in this because sometimes it's hard to talk about the hard stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is really wonderful.
thank you.
Yeah,
I
well,
guys, I love this group and I just want to say thank you all again.
And I just have one thing to share.
Yes,
So,
please.
so the atmosphere is contagious. And I always say that. And that's like even in here, like everybody's so positive in the atmosphere, but that goes along with the social work and like us as social workers. Somebody could come in, like you said, and think very little of themselves. And when you change that atmosphere, they leave with a totally different impression of themselves.
It's so true. That's
So I
really
just want
great.
to
I
add
wrote that down messily, but it's
that.
there. Thank you for sharing that, Diane.
You're
The
welcome.
atmosphere is contagious. I'm going to use that in my group tomorrow. Listen, thank you, everyone. I'm going to stop recording and let's do that right now. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. Perfect.